So this is the wood I'll be using to make a bench outside, an outdoor bench. Due to my lack of tools, I don't have with me a bandsaw. I will have to use my planer to get it to its final shape and texture, and after using the planer, I'll sand it using the power sander, a grinder basically. I'm preparing this wood to use this as a bench here outside, just a resting seat, a resting bench here. Also, I'm making this a little higher than the usual, so it will be easy on our knees. Yeah, I hope it works. This is just an experiment. This is my old table saw table. It's now being reused as a little chair, a stool. I think that's much better. Better height and better stability. Starting to plane it now. While I think of another way of making or using another tool for better efficiency, let me just tell you everything I know about this wood. The Ipil wood, commonly known as Ipil here in the Philippines, this is the root part of the tree. This tree fell because of a typhoon. I forgot the typhoon, but it was around 8 months already. And then my mom wanted to use the wood as a firewood. I started cutting the wood, and then I came to the part where the wood gets thicker and heavier. Then I began to search about this wood, and my research turned out to be a very interesting research. It says on Google that Ipil is commonly used in Australia as a wood flooring, fence, and it's a hardwood, a very durable one. It's a very, very hard wood to cut, especially when it gets this thick. Thoughts on this wood is, I never thought this is going to be a project for me, since Ipil is just a common tree here in our backyard. It's just used for firewood until I made that research, and now I think of this tree as this wood as a precious one because it is a hardwood. Turned out to be a hardwood. Now I'm trying to make it into a bench. Yeah, and I'm very excited for the outcome, but also I'm worrying about my tools because this is a very hard wood, and my tools aren't made for those. My set of tools are for DIY kind of stuff, but we'll see. I think my tools can handle this. Let me just go back to my shop and look for something else to get this cleaned and prepared. So I've done the top part. This is the top part. Done it. Clean it. Now I'm going for the legs. I don't know how I gonna pull this off, but I know I'm gonna pull this off. Okay, let's start cleaning the legs. Look at this mess. Look at this mess. Look at that mess. So this is where I came up to be working now. So today I cleaned the top and the bottom of this one set of legs. Here is the top part. It's already cleaned, sanded. I just have to do the legs and then figure out how I'm going to do the finish. And this is the continuation of this outdoor bench. I've planed this wood again and made it a little thinner so that I can have a lesser curve on the wood on the edge, at the same time having a better and wider surface area so I can sit on better on this. Also I did it on the other side. So this is gonna be the top part and this is gonna be the bottom part. More than 3 inches thicker now, so that it's still got the weight and still has that feel of it being a live edge wood. This is gonna be the legs, 1 in the middle and 2 on both ends. So that's my plan today. Enough talking, and I'll so it's standing up already. I made a notch inside to fit the legs in to this top part, added support and added surface area for the glue to dry. I'll have to think it through first. How will I attach the legs to the top part? Wow. Now I'm doing the pocket holes. I'm trying one leg. I'm trying it with pocket holes. I want it to be secured with some metal fasteners because I don't have any dowels with me or a domino, so that's what I'm making right now. With routers like me, you'll end up having this. Even if you marked your piece, you still somehow make an overpass, an excess pass like that. And to cope with that, what I usually do is, instead of just using glue and or resin, because I don't have resin, I use sawdust from the same wood. The router dust, sawdust, wood dust is better because it's finer and it gets in those little gaps. This is my first ever live edge wood project bench. This is the front side. End to end. About 80 centimeters end to end. With a height of 34.5 centimeters on the highest part, because the middle is the highest part. The weight, this probably weighs 25 kilograms. I think that's all for this. I hope you enjoyed my build video, and thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Subscribe.